Welcome back or welcome to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be talking about fixing holes left behind from hardware in any of your projects, specifically cabinet doors or even doors in your house. This will work for resetting or retightening screws that have lost their bite in lumber. All you're going to need is a razor blade, contractor shims, and some glue. Let's go straight into the video and talk about how we do this. So these are some holes left behind from a vintage hinge set on an old buffet I'm restoring. And as I was pulling out these screws, I realized, A, the screws were bent, the hinge was bent, the holes were a little blown out. So I needed to kind of fix them up and get them ready to take new hardware. So I just clean up the surface area and get it ready for glue. I take my pack of contractor shims and I just cut little tapered wedges about the size of a large toothpick or a small chopstick. Same shape as well, it just needs to be tapered. I'm going to pump glue into the hole. You can use super glue or you can use wood glue, both work, just don't use hot glue. I'm not a fan of hot glue for the reason of sanding. You're just going to drive the shim into the hole, snap it off, and attempt to drive another piece right next to it if your tapered piece was not big enough to fill the whole void. So you're just going to snap it clean. Once you're there, you just sand it with a little bit of glue left so that dust helps fill the void, clean it off, and you're really ready to go at this point. If you need or feel the need to restain the project, go ahead and do that before you drop your hinge. I think that's a little overkill, but if you're chasing perfection, because it is wood, it will take stain. Again, this is just a real-time process of me doing it. You can see that I double fill each hole. And if I find, as I'm doing this, that the hole is either it keeps expanding or I'm not getting the fill that I want, simply cut another tapered piece that is best suited for the void left behind. This one's going to be super small, so I just get a very small piece. Something I recommend keeping in your pack out kit is either scrap dowel or toothpicks as well, because it saves you an extra step of even having to cut a shim. But a shim is a must-have in this application just because they're cheap. They're usually available on job sites, and you should always have them on your pack-out kit if you're doing any type of door work anyways. So sand and clean, and then you can see, once you get this thing cleaned up, if you, again, are desire to stain it, go ahead now. But it's ready to take new hardware. It's an effective way to fill the hole that is not going to crack or flake out like wood filler, putty, or epoxy, and you really have pretty much no wait time on this to dry and cure. And that's one of the reasons I love this too. It's a very fast method for repairing these holes. It's incredibly strong. I've actually done it before where you didn't even use glue, just by sheer force of putting the lumber into the hole and the screw turning with new threads, expanding out into the void. I'm just an overkill style builder, so I would recommend using glue. But if you're in a super big bind, driving something in that hole like a toothpick will give you more bite than just having nothing. But guys, this is a great method. If you're resetting cabinet doors or doors in your home, you have to move hinges in and out. Something it's not great for is really large holes, which I would recommend using a dowel or a plug cutter. And we can do a video on that later on. And if the wood species needs to match, if it's a high-end finish that's going stain grade and clear coat grade, not paint grade, whole different ballgame. This method works best for something that you're not going to see once it's underneath hardware. Again, this is for replacing screw holes, not holes in lumber that's going to be surface seen. If you have any questions, comment below. I'll try and answer them. It's a pretty self-explanatory video. Again, I've used this hundreds of times on job sites. It's just a great way to fill a hole left behind from screw. So if you guys like it, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up. If you like what you've been seeing with this channel, subscribe and hang out for more. We're going to keep doing videos like this that hopefully help you somewhere down the line on an install, pack out, or just a build at your house. You guys, hope you're having a great day. Hope this video is helpful. See you next time.